Hey, welcome back to the channel. Chris back with another video for you guys. 2007 Chevy Tahoe. Getting ready to do an oil change on this guy. V8 Vortec engine. All right, so let's do it. All right, first thing you're gonna do, you're gonna need is one of these guys, an oil wrench or something to take your filter down. And you're gonna need a 13mm and a ratchet. So let's go on up under here. Shouldn't take you too long to do this job, but front of the vehicle, you're gonna come down and go straight under. Make sure you don't go back too far. That is your transmission pan, and this is your oil pan, and this is your bolt right here for the oil. So that is a 13mm, and I recommend you use a 6-point socket. Okay, let's see if I can cock this camera up for you guys. This point, nope, not quite there yet. And let's see, is that showing up on the film? I think so. So anyway, let's crack that free. Make sure your wrench is righty tighty, lefty loosey, and let's proceed. And we're just gonna break this free for now. Make sure you set all the way on there, like so. And give some T's. We got it broke free. And do not drain your oil until you get your oil filter to break free. Otherwise, you'll be filling the engine up with a dirty oil filter because you're gonna need oil no matter what. So your oil filter right next to that bolt right here. You got your drain bolt here. Boom. And your oil filter is right next to it. Okay, so I'm trying to break her free now. That way, there we go. She's loose. I'll loosen her up just enough, quite a bit. And it's hard to work right here. You got very minimal space to get this filter out. So now that we got them both free, let's go ahead and get this bolt out for the actual oil itself. Hopefully we're good on the cam. All right. And we're still a little tight. So let's get our wrench and loosen her up some more. All right. Got her loose. Let's get this set. And hopefully I don't get any oil on me. Let's see. Somebody put some gasket seal on there. Hopefully we don't have any leaks. If not, I'm gonna get a O-ring or something for this guy. All right, almost there. Starting to get a drip. And hopefully we can just snatch it right out. Oops, almost. Well, so much for not getting none on me. All right, so let this guy drain and get something to clean my hands, and yeah, be right back. All right, so we back. About to drop this oil filter. Some oil drain plugs, like this one specifically, it has a magnet on the tip. Has a magnet on the tip of this guy, so you definitely want to wipe that off because you will have various little metal shavings on there. So wipe that guy off. We're at a steady drip. We'll put this bolt back in. Well, it's slow drip. And we got it set. All right, now that we know that's going in, you want to hand tighten as much as you can. All right, and before I drop this filter, let me tighten this up, because you'll move fast sometimes and forget things. So instead of doing that, let's just tighten it up now. Tight, quarter turn. There we go. That's on. Take your rag, clean up your area a little bit. All right, time to drop this filter. Hopefully we don't splash too much. All right. And he's still a little tight, so take my wrench again. And let's just inch it till it's free enough to move. There we go. I should be able to spin that by hand now. And I tipped over the phone, sorry about that. All right, we're about to lose some. Let's let that drain a little bit. And just take your time, because you're going to want to hurry up and try to do it and try to snatch it out, but just let it drain a little bit so you don't make a mess. And we'll just tap spin this thing. That's a little bit at a time. Move my pan around a little bit. And let's enter on down. And you want to do it on a warm engine. That way all the oil and everything got the parts and the oil moving around. So that way you get most of your sludge and everything out. And let's enter on out some more. I should have grabbed my other oil filter, the new one, while I was down here. And you want to match those up and make sure they're same. And I wasn't planning on doing that. That's the most oil mess I've made this month. But it is in a tedious spot, so. And I have gloves on, so I'm not tripping. Just oil. All right, so we got that filter down. Let me go back and grab the other filter and be right back. All right, so you want to make sure you got the correct oil filter. Get you a little oil like this on your finger, and you're going to want to go around the rim of this just so you have some oil on there. That's the way they say to do it, so always do it the way they say to do it. And always do your oil changes on time, or just know you're going to do it after that light or after that mileage comes on there, because you definitely don't want a seized engine. You don't want it to build up and sludge up. So got that in there. New oil filter. You get it to seat. If you feel it binding, back up, but it should spin freely like this. And we'll get a rag because it's only supposed to be hand tight, okay? And if you can't get it hand tight, you might need a different tool for as the wrench style, but I believe we're going to be good with the rag. If not, I'll have to get it. And I think we're going to be good. And make sure you don't use a wrench or anything when you're putting this back in, because you're going to crush your filter and you're going to get a hole in it and you'll be changing your oil again. So that's hand tight. We'll keep going as much as we can by hand. And a little more, just because I'm using the tips of my fingers. There we go. All right, clean all that up. All right, now it's time to go up top. We got our filter in, we got our bolt in, everything's done underneath. So let's go up top. Be right back. All right, so we're back up top. This vehicle calls for 6 quarts, and we're switching over to synthetic. You can use SAE, but I recommend if you switch to synthetic to just stick with it. But yeah, you're gonna go full synthetic, high mileage, and calls for 6 quarts. This is your oil cap here. Bam, let's pull her up, and it'll tell you what it calls for. 5W30 SAE, but we're going synthetic. It's not gonna hurt. And you can verify that for yourself. Google, Siri, all that good stuff. Make sure you have a clean funnel. So if it's dirty any kind of way, you don't want any debris to get up in there. And I know some of you technicians, if you're watching right now and you're looking, you see this guy right here. Yeah, did not do that. That was a previous installation, and somebody mounted it to the air intake breather box. And only reason why I noticed it was after we popped the hood and we're going to put a new air filter in. So yeah, we got to remove that guy. So if you have something like this, this isn't bad. Let's just say we're going to remove this. Just glad it's not long screws, but yeah, remove these guys, put some gasket sealant on there because it's a small hole and it should seal. It shouldn't be no problem, but we'll do that here in a second. Let's get back to the oil change. So I got my funnel clean, make sure it seats good. All right, and this one sometimes, there we go. That is a coolant funnel, and I also have your traditional funnel too. There we go, we'll use that guy. Slide our oil pan out the way, and we're going to proceed to pouring in. All right, Valvoline calls for 6 quarts, so I'm going to put this quart in and we'll talk for a minute. All right, so after you fill up all 6 quarts, okay, you want to let the oil settle for a minute to the bottom of the oil pan. Dip your stick, wipe it, dip it, wipe it, dip it, wipe it. Sound like a little song. But anyway, dip it, wipe it at least 3 or 4 times. After you do that, check and make sure it's at the correct oil level, and start your engine and go to the next process would be doing the oil life reset. So yeah, knock this on out. I'll show you one more thing that I use. You can add it to your oil change at any time. It doesn't affect the oil, and you also can add it in between oil changes, in between your oil changes as well. But yeah, we got this oil Rosaline, or Resoline, however you want to pronounce it, engine treatment. Been using it for a long time. You can also add it Like I said, in between oil changes and stuff, it helps reduce sludge and all that good stuff to keep your engine nice and functionable. But yep, same thing, 75 plus. So let's just say you got this. You can pour this in after your 6. It's still not going to hurt. And it says it on the bottle as well. Been using it forever. So yeah, just want to show that process. Make sure you put your oil cap back on when you're finished everything, and double check your oil stick. So yeah, back with another video. Hopefully this helps you out. If you would like, leave a comment in the description. But yeah, to the next video, Rust is the enemy, and I'm out.